hypothetical viewers, and welcome back to Sword of Hajya. We just fought our way through this big open field, and now here is Guyan from the previous game and the beginning of this one. Hey, Mayfair. Guyan, you're alive! He was with Prince Nick and his army, you remember. They can't catch me. I guess he escaped the capture. Prince Nick has been taken to the shrine. We must rescue him. Come on, let's go. Wait a minute. Look at everyone. They're all tired. Let's go to the village and allow everyone to rest first. There's no time for that. They've taken the main road, but I know a shortcut. We can arrive before them. What would I do without you, Guyan? Come on, everyone. Aw, it's nice to see these two buddies reunite. But yeah, since he didn't show up with the, oh, I guess we automatically went to the camp this time after battle. That's pretty convenient. Let me make sure nobody's poisoned. I can't remember if anybody got poisoned. Oh, we might have new weapons this time, so we'll do some shopping. Good. Oh, and let's say hi to Guyan real quick. Let's talk, give him his quote. I like that they have the talk option in the Sega CD one. It's fun. Guyan the Berserker. Look at my great muscles. Look closer, closer. That got a little weird, Guyan. That was a little weird. He's just in the corner, like, flexing. Okay, do we finally have new items? We do, or we have some anyway. We have the Great Shot. That's an upgrade. Both of our archers will like this. It's like, it's not that big of an upgrade, it's only 4 points, but, you know, that's 4 points more of damage every attack, so. What is the The Protect Staff raises defense, I think. What does the Holy Staff do? I wish it told you. Oh, well, it does give a pretty substantial attack boost, so Slade definitely wants that. I feel like for Sarah, even with 40 attack, her attack is still, like, way too low to do really anything. But those 2 points of defense, well, 2 points of defense could actually be the difference between death and life if you get attacked by stuff. Whereas for Slade, 58 attack is, you know, semi-functional. Oh, I think we were short 1 Protect Staff. Somebody didn't have it, so. It was May. Okay, yeah, she could definitely use more defense. She's fragile. The Iron Claw. Is this? I think this is an upgrade. Yeah, it's a small upgrade, but it's, you know, 4 points isn't nothing. I think the Great Axe will probably not be better than the Heat Axe, but we'll at least check. Oh, it is, man. We'll keep the Heat Axe because it can cast Blaze if you use an item, so that's something. The Chrome Lance, is that the thing we already have? It is. Everyone, wow, man, my poor knights didn't get an upgrade in so long. Same thing with the swordies. We're having to use the critical sword, which we found in chests and from Higgins. Let's make sure we sell whatever random stuff we're still hanging around. Yeah, we don't need the battle glove anymore. Don't need the flail. Don't need the assault shell. Very good. Don't need this one either. Can sell the old power stick. Terms. Making sure we're tidy. Oh, let's sell the spare broadsword, sure. Don't have a bunch of random crap hanging around. Okay, how much gold do we have now? Still a lot. Okay, and with that, we may as well get this party started. Oh, I remember this battle really well. This is the one with the laser. I remember it so vividly. We must pass through this valley to reach the shrine. If we were to be ambushed here, it would be fatal. We must take the chance if we hope to reach the shrine before them. Hey Cypress, what's the matter? Can't you make up your mind? Also, I want to point out here, Guyan was wrong about it being fatal to be ambushed here. We'll be fine. And we can see, well, this is the statue that shoots the lasers. Well, you're standing there arguing. Your prince is being sacrificed to Ion. You animal, I'll break your neck. It's kind of funny that he says that because he's literally an animal person. He's like a bear. I guess humans are also animals, though. It's like, fair enough, we're all animals. Except for those golems, they might be inorganic material. Listen up. I like how they got into formation. Look at that. It's like, oh yeah, we gotta get in line. Now listen. We must lure Cypress into the dungeons, even if it costs us our lives. Uh-oh. I actually don't remember whether there's a dungeon map. So first, I'm going to quickly make a save state just in case, because I did not do that at the end of the last one, since we were kind of between chapters. There we go. Just good peace of mind save. Let's examine this map. As you can see, it looks a lot wider than it is, because the edges we can't really go on. We're sort of in this middle corridor with some ledges on the side. So it's basically just a long hallway towards that statue with a fair amount of enemies. So we can climb up these things. You know, we have a couple chests that we'll grab, but mostly we're kind of stuck in here, right? Like we can't... The map actually has a fair amount of graphics that are places you can't walk on. It's narrow. It's this very tight valley, and this thing can fire lasers down it. So if you're tucked in on the sides, you're safe. If you're not, you get hit. I think the enemies also get hit. Have a lot of clerics, which makes it hard to kill this thing, because they can heal it. And back here we have the Demon Master with Freeze 3. You can imagine that this battle was, shall we say, very hard back when the freeze glitch was a thing. But yeah, I remember this one really vividly because of the insane setup. It's cool. I gotta say, the from what I remember, the original Game Gear one, I feel like the tile set is more of a bright yellow. This is kind of more muted in tone. I like it actually. It's like a little more subtle. And you know, I feel like I remember using Slade in this battle as a kid, so I guess I did always keep him in my party just because there's really no one to swap him for, is there? Unless you feel like using Rhodes or Randolph, which, oops. Or if you use one of the secret characters. And when I played as a kid, I'm pretty sure I didn't get Higgins because I didn't use a guide as a kid, and how the fuck would I have found him? Like, he's obscure. We're just gonna charge in because, you know, what else can we do? And we'll be sending Eric up here to assist in killing this brass gunner, etc., and getting the chest. Can't give up on chests. But yeah, we need to rush so we can get to the parts of the map that aren't in range of the laser. But it does put us in a little bit of danger. Very nice battle background as usual. I like the mountain one very much. Okay. Gargoyles attacking. I think it can status affect us as well. Man, Slade's pretty fragile. It changes color as if I remember right, as it gets closer to firing mode. it's pretty dangerous. You know, considering like the flash of light and like that looked like some kind of like high-tech explosion, and yet it did 1 damage. It really feels like it should be doing more, you know? Like, look at this. How is that just giving like a little scratch? Feels strange. Yeah, this is a fairly tough battle, I would say, because you can't afford to just go slow and linger because you'll get hit by the laser. You have to get to the safe zones. But there's also a lot of monsters in a pretty small space, so you can get swarmed and overwhelmed. So it is pretty challenging. I will say, this is going to be much easier than when I played it as a kid because all of the characters are stronger because I leveled them all the way up before promoting them. So just imagine how much this sucked when I played it as a child. Oh right, that's what that staff does. It heals you. Forgot about that. Well, that's nice, because he's a little fragile. He doesn't have very much HP. Very good. Excellent, Graham. I want to get people up as far as I can, and also try to break through this little blockade here. The new weapons, certainly very, very good. It's quite excellent. Let's go on. Our character's getting so strong. I mean, some of them are. They're leveling up a little unevenly at this point. Tragically, we cannot actually get everyone, so I guess I'll just use freeze. It's not that much. It's only 3 difference in MP, but, you know. They're also expensive. I think the golem might resist freeze, but she doesn't have blaze as an option. Okay, Dawn can... Ooh, the Valkyrie. I think this replaces everything else because I'm pretty sure that's the one that's a ranged weapon. Well, Eric has the power sphere, so that's fine. That balances out nicely. If it's stronger than the halberd, he can have that too, so that'll be good. She can use blaze, and I think this should finish off the golem at least. Yeah. So now we can kind of get our peeps up there. Very good, Natasha. Are they ever going to get the 4th level of the spells? Because unlike in the original, that would actually be helpful here. The level 3s are not quite cutting it. Okay. Gotta rush through. I do have to admit that it slightly irritates me that the map music restarts every time you come out of battle. Especially because it has a fairly distinctive opening. So it's just like, you hear it over and over again. Modern games typically, like, restart the music from where it left off instead of doing it from the beginning. So it just stands out a lot. Whatever, just give him a smack. You know, it's better than nothing. Oh no, it's turned to yellow! But we're getting hit by the Severus. See, that's the thing, I'm like trying to get everyone to the safe zone, but also there's tons of monsters! That's why this battle... But you can see why it's so memorable, because it actually is kind of challenging, especially if your characters are weaker than we are right now. Because these enemies can hit pretty hard when you're not this high level, which I wasn't when I played it as a kid. And it's just, as a setup, it does give a time pressure where, like, you have to balance moving forward and being able to avoid the laser with getting hit by too many monsters. So it definitely creates a strategically interesting map, in my opinion. And it made it really memorable. And also, obviously, the giant statue that shoots lasers and is never explained was very memorable. Because it's like, what the hell is it? I guess I'll have him stay here for now. He should be out of the range. Don't want him to get blasted. I want to get Ben out of the blast zone, but I also need to attack this thing. Because it can do a lot of damage to us. One can start heading back now that we have the Valkyrie. Luke, you go beat up this brass gunner. This is also a map where I feel like some of your units can get left behind a bit because you're dealing with these things on the side, and then if you move the others forward, like sometimes you end up in a situation where you never quite catch them back up. So I can get that. I'm really hoping Natasha will get a turn before the laser because I want to tuck her into safety. She took a lot of damage there. Well, we'll get May in anyway. Excellent. I need to get her some healing items. Jaha's gonna take the risk. He has a lot of HP. You know, we can start attacking this guy. It's not an instant death or anything. It's just like, you know, obviously we don't want to take massive damage on all of our characters simultaneously. I'm gonna have Claude get the chest because he won't get left behind as much. Because he can just fly over the mountains. Oh, the Buster Shot. So that's a new upgrade for our archers already. Sarah's in the danger zone, but she'll tank it, I think. The safe zone is small. We can't fit everybody. Just gotta keep pushing forward. And like the thing is, you kind of have to put yourself in danger in order to reach the thing and attack it. Like, you know, I think that that's a good element of this level's design in that it basically forces you to take a risk and to kind of decide like how much risk is worth it and which character should stand where. So I think that having an element like that in the design makes it a more interesting map. Because you can't play it 100% safe. You have, I mean, I guess maybe you could, but it would be so slow. Excuse me. Like you can't, unless you send forward like a tiny number of heroes, but you know, you don't want to linger forever. You gotta move. Gotta move. Okay. I'm gonna be May here because our wizards are fragile. We're gonna keep them firmly in the safe zone. Master actually has a fair amount of HP. What's this Jaha? Claude can come down here, so he's a little closer to our healer. Sarah can tuck in and then use heal 2 on Claude. Maybe I should have moved him up there. Yeah, I didn't think of that. Well, at least this way it'll be a full heal. Well, almost anyway, not quite. But that's put him in much better shape. Claude's a little fragile, which I guess you'd expect from like a bird dude, you know, like they have hollow bones. The Ion statue's attacking! A cool graphic. It's a giant laser. A lot of people are gonna get hit. It does a fair amount, and it does it to a lot of people. Having aura in the party obviously really helps. This is so ouchy. But it does also hit the enemies. It hits everyone. And now it'll take time to charge up again. And this also, I think, is a level that made a lot of impression on me as a kid because, like, if you played the first Shining Force game, you've already seen weird random lasers and stuff. But if you didn't, which I didn't as a kid, it's highly inexplicable. It's just like, there's just a laser in this map. And it's not explained why. So it's just like, oh, okay. Like, the characters don't even really say anything about it. They don't seem surprised or perturbed at all. They're just like, okay. Guess there's a laser here. They're very relaxed about it. Natasha has enough MP for Bolt, so let's, like, go all out here. It's a rare opportunity where we can actually hit 3 people. Or she has enough for egress, rather. Sorry, that's the thing I was thinking of. Very nice. Man, you don't even get that much X from that lane. Gotta keep pushing forward here. Gonna have Chester attack the healer because she doesn't want to take out the healer. Excellent. This is kind of running us into the problem where the strongest characters end up going further forward and then they get the most levels. We could always grind if we really had to. This is putting Natasha in a lot of danger. But, you know, we got some turns before it attacks again. And I definitely want to attack the Cerberus because it's really dangerous. Because its attack, I think, like, counts as a magic attack. It doesn't, like, affect our defenses. It just does damage, basically. I think these certain patches are, like, rough terrain. Yes, we can just heal Jaha. Very good. Because he could get killed by the Cerberus otherwise. Very, very good. I mean, obviously, I kind of want to save her MP for Aura to heal up the majority of our guys, but I also don't want my character to get killed. See, this would have killed them otherwise. It's important. You know, gotta use the healer when they're available. I also think they did the enemy, like, placement quite well, where there's quite a few parts where you get bottlenecked by enemies while you're in range of the laser. So, you know, it's a setup where you're sort of, in order to reach the end of the map and attack the boss and the laser enemy, you're kind of forced into these really strategically disadvantageous positions, and you have to fight your way through them. So I think it's a challenging and interesting setup, but it doesn't feel totally bullshit. You know, it's not like just pure randomness or something. It's just challenging. We can finish off the Cerberus, yeah. It is also neat that, you know, because they have the 2 chests on the side and there are enemies there, if you're really behind and as a result you are struggling a lot with this map, you do have the opportunity to level grind from those enemies and keep egressing without having to get in the middle and get shredded by the laser and the multiple enemies. So it's not like, because if they didn't do that, if you came to this map under leveled, it could become like an unwinnable map. That would be really bad, but they kind of do offer you a little bit of an out. which I think is also a nice design consideration. You know, like if you need to catch up, there is a method to do it at least. Did you finish him off? Maybe not quite, I'm not sure. It really feels like Blaze 3 should do more than 15 points of damage. It should do like at least 20, considering how much it costs. But I guess Jaha can finish us off there. Excellent. He was behind in level before, but he's caught up quite a bit. Not as high as our highest level characters, but not like abysmal either. See, we're going into danger here because obviously we're near the sorcerer with freeze 3, but again, it's like the idea of being forced into a tactically difficult situation where we have to attack the laser, right? And so the sorcerer is nearby to make that threatening, so it like creates pressure, which makes it more interesting. This obviously puts Graham right in the line of fire, but it's also the only way to get him in range to attack it. And the faster we kill the Iam statue, the better. This is because we can't get everyone out of range all that fast, right? So this is very much a case of like the best defense is a good offense, where if we can blast it down really fast, we can stop anyone from getting hit. So, and just in case, got to make sure to heal up the people we can so that hopefully everyone will live this. I'm not going to go to the right yet because I want to try and not get too close to that sorcerer. I want to take this out first and get us some breathing room. It's not at its like about to fire stage yet. It has one more stage, so I think we can do this. Ooh, actually with the Valkyrie. Oh, the Valkyrie is so good. This, I think, will call the sorcerer down upon us, but we'll also take out the Iam statue, so it's worth it. That's kind of cool, the way the graphic is when it, like, cracks. I like that. I like that, how it, like, it breaks. It's a nice graphical effect. Luke is still falling behind because we had him help out with the chest early on. Oops. Now we'll just kind of move everyone forward. I do want us to kill the cleric first. I guess we'll just start, you know? Just gotta dive in. Then the thing is, this will really hurt Claude, but it will also help eat some of the sorcerer's MP, so that there's less attacks to use on the rest of us, basically. So we can pop out an aura. This'll top off, I think, a couple different people. Yeah, Ben can get some more HP. Heal up Natasha. Jaha was a little down. Graham was a little down. Sarah was fine, but whatever. Ah, very nice. The more MP she gets, the more time she can use aura, basically. Cleric's just healing himself, of course. But yeah, this map is a lot easier than when I was a kid, mainly because my characters are way more leveled up. Just try to imagine the pain of doing this with a significantly weaker team. It was quite a thing. It was really tough. Characters died a lot. I had to restart multiple times. I think I was also just worse at strategy as a kid because, like, you know, you're a kid. Why would you be, you know, you're not going to come up with the perfect strategy as a little fucking 7-year-old or whatever. Get rid of the cleric. But yeah, I think I had, like, as a kid, I promoted everyone at, like, level 10 or whatever, because that's when you get the option. And then everyone wasn't even, like, up to level 10 again or anything, so it was a challenging battle, to say the least. And now we have just one enemy left. We are in the home stretch. Bring everyone over. This giant statue does also make it sort of annoying to navigate this area because it's just taking up a lot of space and blocking us. Okay, I think we should be able to kill him with whoever's turn is next. If they're close enough. Oh, Sarah's not quite close enough. Well, let's... Is there anyone else for her to heal? I think there's kind of not. Anybody? Well, I guess she can just use a quick heal on herself. Just, you know, get the maximum amount of exp out of the battle. because I think we need like one more attack. I don't think we'll even have time to heal this. Claude might actually live this. He didn't take 18 damage last time. It's close, but he will live it. Okay. You know what? This will kill him, but I'll still do it. This will bring him way down. It was close though. Don's at a really high level. I'm actually gonna stall. Grandma's too. And like, try to at least give the kill to somebody who's not already absurdly overleveled. Oh, I shouldn't have moved Ben there. Now Natasha is not in range. Regrets forever. But May... Oh, because I did not realize that you couldn't actually stand in these tiles here because the statue is technically in them. Well, Eric is only level 8. We'll have him take it. Whatevs. Alas. That's good though. Okay, good. Wow, we didn't even take the whole episode. I can't believe we failed. We'll still succeed if the resurrection is successful. What did he say? Something about a resurrection. You know, she should really already know this because in the first Shining Force Gaiden game, like, they were trying to resurrect Iom, so it's like, yeah, they're probably still trying to do that. When I played it as a kid, I was like, oh yeah, it's a mystery, but it's like, it's not a fucking mystery. We fought an entire war against them to stop them from doing it the first time. It doesn't matter. We still need to rescue the prince. Indeed we do. Prince Nick is in danger of being thrown into a pit of lava. Let's watch the cutscene for the next episode to wrap this up. We have a little time. Here's Warder and some statues. They're the Dullahans. Has Prince Nick arrived? It's like an earthquake going on. Iom wants his royal blood now. Kinda don't remember the voice I did from the sky. Oh, evil one. Soon you will have the blood of a prince. We already gave him a blood of a king, and apparently it didn't impress him that much, so... King Warder, they've arrived. It is very weird that the Dullahans can talk, by the way. They're like statues that are like magicked into moving, but I guess they're also sapient beings? Somehow? Are they like possessed by ghosts? King Warder, here's the prince. About time you got here. Cyprus has given us trouble. Not again. Please be assured that they will not trouble us any further. This is the map we fight Barbara on, by the way. I remember the design of this map also. Oh, they're in the ancient valley. Good work, Barbara. Not so fast. Very epic. Oh, think how happy Prince Nick must be. He's like about to get sacrificed as evil god, and suddenly his friends arrive to save him. And specifically Mayfair, who it seems like maybe there's like a little ship tease here. She seems to have a little crush on Nick. Who said that? It was Mayfair. The Cyprus army, it can't be. We've come for Prince Nick. Hand him over. Never. He's intended for Iom. King Warder, I'll handle this. Go, take the prince to the shrine. This also suggests that it takes a really fucking long time for them to sacrifice anyone, because like how fast could this battle have possibly been? It's gotta be at least 10 minutes. How long would it take you to throw a guy in a pool of lava? Yes. Hindle, come with me and bring the prince. Barbara, I'm counting on you to stop Cyprus, here and now. That's a very cool door opening animation, I gotta say. I like the multi-stage open. Cyprus, you now face an Iom general. I'm pretty sure we've already faced two of them, Gordon and Solo, and they both kind of just were not too easy, and pretty easy to defeat. You'll experience my wrath. And you're not even a wizard. Okay, let's take a quick peek at the map. Oh, this is kind of neat. Ben and Natasha are kind of standing back here, and we saw in the last chapter that Ben was kind of like absorbed in his doubts, and Natasha was trying to get him to talk about it, so maybe that's like the idea here too. It's like they were talking, you know, she's like, come on, open up. So it's basically a big indoor map. We are gonna walk forwards, basically. It's a bunch of stuff to fight. We have the Dullahan, which we've seen in other Shining Force games. Occasionally translated as weird things like the Dullan and stuff like that or whatever, but Here, translates Delhan, the Demon Master, who we saw before with Freeze 3. This new enemy, the Taros, which I think we've seen in other Shining Force games. Oh, and this upgrade to the Cerberus, the Chimera. Yeah, there's 2 chests over here. And as usual, accompanied by a healer, as we've seen for all of the bosses, is Barbara. She has Dispel, actually, which she didn't in previous games. Or in the original game, rather. She has a ton of HP, just buckets of it, as you can see. Quite strong. And the Axe of Atlas casts spells when used as an item, if I remember. So she's certainly a tough customer. But the wizards just can do so much, you know, so... this guy right here is part of the reason why this map is very, very memorable for me, because due to the freeze glitch in the original game, it was very difficult to get through this map without him killing one or more of your characters, because remember, Freeze 3 was basically an insta-death. It actually might not be at this point, because some of my characters are high enough level, like Eric has 50 HP, Chester has 55. Some of them could actually tank it. That wasn't true for any of my characters as a kid because I didn't level them up as high. And even now, as high of levels as we are, arguably we're a bit over leveled compared to what the game probably assumes you're doing. Most of the characters cannot tank that attack, and even if they can tank it once, not again. And they'll be very vulnerable to any other attacks. So in the original game, this level, you had to like super carefully creep around and not aggro the mage, and then like basically wait until you could send people in and just try to kill them as fast as possible. Barbara was not the thing that made this level hard. By the time you finish killing this fucking wizard, it just seems like she's like a cakewalk. In this remake, it will be much easier because the mage is not stupidly overpowered. So we'll probably just go up the right-hand side because that's where the chests are. In the original game, I didn't because it was easier to get at the mage the other way. But yeah, so thank you for watching, hypothetical viewers, as we got through a very cool map with a giant laser that was not explained at all, and also characters saying they have to lead us into the dungeons, which was also not explained because this doesn't appear to be the dungeons. So lots of inexplicable but very stylish things, and you know what? Inexplicable but very stylish works for me. In the next episode, we will be fighting Barbara, the last of Warder's generals that we fight before we face the man himself. So look forward to that, hypothetical viewers, in the next episode of Shining Force Sword of Hajya.